Welcome back to CathMart.com. I'm the founder, Dr. Mario Torres Leon, and today we're going to continue our line of product reviews. And today we're reviewing one which is actually different from some of the other ones that we have been reviewing here on the channel, in the CathMart channel. And if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get notifications when we have new product reviews. You may be discovering that new product that may make that difference so that the quality of your life is exceptional as you navigate through your medical condition, and you navigate as well the process of getting to know how many products are there that can truly make your life better. And in today's case, we continue with the subject of catheterizations. In other words, putting catheters, which are tube-like devices that go in different portions of the body. In today's instance, we're going to be talking about urinary applications. That means those things that are related to the urinary bladder. Okay? So what is this product that we're talking about today? Well, today we're going to be introducing you to one complete system. And that's a very, very big distinction, and we'll get into that in a second. This one is actually made by the company Cure Medical. And you can see that this is called the Cure Catheter Closed System, and you will see what that means in a second. And it's a complete urinary catheterization system. And the kit is also known as CS14. I would like to let you know that there are different sizes for the catheters that are used in the body. And those sizes, we call them, the unit of measurement is called the French size. And typically, your physician will be prescribing what is the actual size that is good for you. Once they give you that size, every single product that you'll be buying, for the most part, will be in that size range. So that's important to know. So if you have any questions, you can always ask your doctor, is this really the right size for me? Because they fit you, they try different things, and they arrive at that. Once you know that number, you can be ordering different products that may be related to your particular condition that don't have to be the same product, but the sizing will have to be the same. Something to keep in mind. When we receive the product, okay, and as I said, this is a complete system, and that is important because the implication, what you need to assume with that, is that it will have pretty much everything you need to do your procedure. So when we open the package, as I just did, this is the way it comes. So immediately, we go into gloves. And I'm going to make a small parenthesis here to talk about something that is so important. Every time that we're introducing something, a foreign body, like the case of a catheter, into the body, there is always a chance of introducing bacteria, viruses, fungi, mold into your body. So it is super, super important, and I can't stress this enough, to observe great technique in being as clean as possible, sterile as possible, so that we minimize or completely eliminate the possibility of introducing some of this bacteria and some of these pathogens, these things that can cause disease, into your body. We don't want to have that for you. So that's one of the reasons why when we look at these kits, they come with gloves. And they're going to have two of them. Important to know that they are not made out of latex. And that is important to know because some patients are allergic to latex, and the allergic reactions can be extremely severe. In some cases, people have died from latex allergies. So these are not made out of latex. Important distinction. Also, they don't have any powder inside of them. So if I actually take my hand off it, you're going to see that I don't have any whitish stuff in them, because on them, I should say, because there's no powdery stuff inside of the gloves. Also, and going along the subject of cleanliness, it's going to come with multiple, 3 of them, iodine swabs in this kit, so that you can actually clean the body part where the urethra is, and that's the conduit that brings the urine from the bladder to the outside world, so that that's all sterilized and clean to minimize any chances of bringing bacteria into the body. So that comes in the kit as well. There's also another cleaning pad to clean the area as well. And this is just a little toilet. And I'm going to open this up here and see what that looks like and smells like. And this looks like, when you go to a restaurant and you have one of those for wiping your hands after eating, let's say, barbecue ribs or something like that, something messy, maybe some seafood. And actually the smell is very pleasant. It's not really toxic smelling, which is nice, and pretty dry to the feel once it dries up. Another important thing that it comes with is a small area mat. So when the patient is being intervened, or maybe you're doing it yourself, you can put this underneath your body, right? So that if there's any leakage of urine, any fluid, it can fall onto the mat and essentially not get either your chair or your bed wet from that. And it's a good way to keep everything there, so you can dispose everything that you've used, all the garbage after it. You can pretty much just wrap it and put it in there and throw it away in the garbage. It also comes with a little gauze. And then this is the star of the packaging. And what is that? Well, let's take a look at it. So this is the closed system drainage catheter, and this is the bag. And like I had mentioned earlier, this is a closed system. So let's just pull that up. And you're going to see that this is the cap. The next thing that it has is this little tubing here, right? And this is a cap that protects the catheter. And I'm going to do this by putting the gloves on my hands just as though we were doing it. Let's just do it together. Guys ready? And basically this is a tubing. And as I was saying, this is a complete closed system. Why is that? Because the bag is here, the catheter has been already inserted. It has a green stop. You can see that over there. So the catheter, once I pull it entirely out of the bag, is not going to get out of the bag. So that once this is being used to catheterize the bladder, essentially as you're feeding that, introducing into the bladder, we know that the catheter is not going to go anywhere. Another thing that is immediately apparent about this, the catheter has been already lubricated. So there's this slippery substance that has been placed on the catheter to make the insertion smoother and decrease the friction between the urethra and the catheter. That's really thoughtful too. And I'm going to continue to pull on that. And this is as long as the catheter will go, and a portion of that will be inserted into the urethra. Another really important thing that it's readily apparent about this product, as we can see there, is that it has been calibrated. And I have mentioned that word here in the channel before because it's important. What does that mean? It means that there are markers on the bag that tell us what is the volume of the bag. So we start here from 50 milliliters, and this is going to go all the way up to 1,000 milliliters. You just check that again, make sure that's the case. Actually, 1,500. So it's 1,500 milliliters capacity that the bag has. That's 1.5 liters of fluid that can come out. And once again, I want to reemphasize the aspect of the closed system. So that means that once the urine has come out of the bladder, it has gone into the actual bag, then the catheter is withdrawn from the bladder and it's reinserted into the bag. The way I'm doing it like that is actually, it's pretty smooth to do it. And remember that once you're going to do it back again now, there's going to be fluid inside of the bag, so it's going to go even easier. It came with that cap that I showed you earlier. Essentially, we put the cap like so, and essentially the system is fully contained. Now you can take this bag, which also has a little ring for holding it. You can dispose of the bag, and you can essentially go ahead and dispose of the other components. Like I said earlier, you can potentially just take all that garbage that you generated, all the waste, put it over there. I'm going to take that other glove, and we can just go ahead and wrap that up like so. And essentially just throw it away. And that is what we're talking about today. This is that Cure catheter closed system that has pretty much everything you need to do the catheterization on your own, or maybe to have somebody support you. Everything is contained in the bag, so once it's done, it gets thrown away, and that's pretty much the end of that procedure. So today, we have been talking about the Cure catheter closed system, and it's a complete catheterization urinary system product, and is also known as the CS14, as you can also see here on the page in CathMart.com. As I always like to remind our community members who are watching here on the channel, if you have any questions, call us at the number here on the page, and I guarantee you, you're not going to find a computer who's taking your questions. You're going to find human beings that know about medical products, that know what are the questions that you may have, and if this product is not for you, they have other options of where to steer you for other products that may be of value to support your needs right now. Unlike Amazon.com, for example, where you won't find human beings to help you out, here in CathMart.com, we are here for you to support you. Lastly, I would like to remind you of taking a look at Tubit.com and downloading the app, the companion app that can really be your companion during what I call the gray zone of healthcare. That time of your life where you are going through this on your own, truly. You don't have anybody to support you. If there's a problem or a complication, you may not know how to detect it. Yet, Tubit.com has features and functions inside of it that have been designed to identify those particular challenges that you may be having that for you may not be so, but the medical practitioners who have access that you're given to be able to see this information can be the ones saying, Mr. Smith is having a challenge right now. We're seeing it on the data. Let's just give him a call and let's take a look at what's going on so we can support this process and prevent, in some cases, death, and in some cases, complications that can be very devastating for the patient and financially very challenging as well. So if you haven't checked it out, take a look at it. Subscribe to the channel, CathMart.com. Send us a message. We read every single one of them. Leave us a comment. Let us know how you're doing and how these products are helping you, and how our team has completely changed your experience of how to navigate through healthcare. Today we've been reviewing the Cure Catheter CS14 system. We really hope that you've enjoyed this product review. Give us a thumbs up. And until then, and until next time, our next product review, this is Dr. Mario Torres Leon here in CathMart.com. Stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.